Thank you. When I started the book 7 years ago, I contacted Jerry Meyer from Los Angeles, and he was open and gracious and willing to talk to me. I flew to New York, and we had a lunch in Union Square in which he told me a lot of important things in a very short time. He said to me that the one flaw he felt affected his book was that he had not given Marcantonio himself a voice. So I took it upon myself when writing this book to use the drama and strife that affect the Fortunato family as a poor one living in East Harlem as a platform for framing some of his marvelous speeches. He was a marvelous speech maker. So this one is called The Poetry of Marc, and it is to Cab Calloway's page 1 of the Hepster's Dictionary. Jive, page 1 of the Hepster's Dictionary. When Marc ran with Rockwell Kent, hit the streets with Dashiell Hammett, gave a speech at the National Writers' Congress, he played it humble with the arts, the complex thought even. He told people he was a simple people's politician. But he read plenty, and he knew a lot, and when you saw him now, you did not think of Marc as young anymore. That was a long time past. Vito Marcantonio was a man with a story to tell, or many. But the story he told was not of himself. The aria he sang was of East Harlem and his people there. He used the drama of Theodore Dreiser, the science of Jacob Riis. You heard the voices of Goldoni and Pietro di Donato in this tale of a riverside tenement world that he told the Congress and the country for years. He was working Congress in the summer of 1939, trying to get money for slum clearance, sounding off for public housing, a soaring saxophone in the August southern slumber. Go into my district on a hot summer night and see American babies sleeping on the fire escapes gasping for air. I'm sure if you saw this sight, you would forget playing politics with human misery. Stand on the sidewalks of New York with the people who dwell in the slums when the siren of the fire engine is heard. Watch their faces, observe their eyes filled with fear, and see them wonder as to which relative, whose brother, whose sister, whose mother, whose child is going to be the next victim on the funeral pyre of a slum fire. I say this because these sights and these sights alone would be enough to stop the disgusting political game that is being played here with human beings as pawns. This bill is not pump priming. It is the next inexorable step in the march of human progress. All we ask by this bill is not prosperity, not leisure, but that our young Americans have their share of air and sunlight with which God endowed this nation. Whose brother? Whose sister? Whose mother? Whose child is going to be the next victim on the funeral pyre of a slum fire? The Poetry of Marc.